So we're talking about the 5 tragedies that made my life better. And so we've gone through 3 so far. This is number 4. And number 4 of the 5 tragedies for me was gross disappointment. What did I say? Gross disappointment. Now, how can that be a good thing, right? I mean, it certainly is a tragedy, but how can it be a good thing? Well, for me, there's 2 really big reasons gross disappointment is a good thing. And I'll tell you what those reasons are. The first is that it teaches you that not everything will go the way you want. That you may not get exactly what you want all the time. It may not work out the way that you wanted it. Someone may disappoint you, may not do something that they should have done, or may have somehow maliciously gone the other way. They may have promised something and it didn't come through. You may have hoped or wished or dreamed or prayed for something and it didn't happen. Very disappointing. I know. I've been there. I still go through them. I have them on a weekly basis. The difference is, it'll show you, number 1, that you can accept in life. It's okay sometimes if everything doesn't go your way. The important thing is that you don't stop. The important thing is that you don't internalize that as the fact that the universe is against you. The universe loves you. The universe conspires to give you what you want. The universe does not hate you. The universe does not somehow have a vendetta against you, or is not, the fates aren't standing there just snipping your every goodness out of your life and just making your life a tragedy. No one is specifically trying to hurt you. Gross disappointment come to all of us. I don't care if you're a billionaire. I don't care if you're beautiful, good looking. I don't care if you have the perfect body. I don't care if you have the perfect whatever. Gross disappointment is a normal part of life. Don't let it overwhelm you. Accept it. It's okay. Let it roll off you. Accept it. Disappointments happen and they will happen. And in a lot of cases, they are tragedies. I mean, people can disappoint you, a job can disappoint you, you can disappoint yourself. But number 1, let it teach you and internalize this piece of it, that it's okay that not everything goes your way all the time. And the second thing that it taught me, and hopefully it'll teach you, is that while disappointments happen, and while you may go through a season where it just feels like disappointment after disappointment after disappointment, guess what? I have never ever seen the storm. I have never seen the rainy day that lasts forever. It may be a whole day, maybe a whole week, maybe a whole season, might even be a whole year. But I'm telling you, it does not last forever. So what do you think happens if you bottle up that gross disappointment, you bottle it all up inside, and you carry it around with you? What do you think happens? What do you think happens if the rain stops falling, if the storm ends, but you still kept it on the inside? What do you think happens? You've just prolonged that disappointment. You've prolonged the difficulty. You have actually prolonged the hurt. So my encouragement to you, and it took me a long time to learn this. I'm still learning it. But my encouragement to you, gross disappointment is not the end. It should teach you, please let it teach you, that number 1, sometimes it doesn't work your way, and that's okay. And number 2, no disappointment lasts forever. No storm lasts forever. No rainy day lasts forever. No bad cycle lasts forever. Just keep preparing. Keep getting ready to ride the wave when things change. And I'm telling you, they will. We as humans have been on this planet for thousands of years. and we've seen a dozen, 1,000, 100 different things that didn't go well. We've seen pandemics, we've seen wars, we've seen riots, we've seen famines, we've seen plagues, we've seen all sorts of things. None of them lasted forever. All were disappointing. All of them sucked. I'm going to be honest. They sucked. They sucked majorly for a lot of people. But none of them lasted forever. And so take that gross disappointment, let it teach you those two things. Number one, you may not get everything you want. That's okay. Number two, no disappointment lasts forever. No storm lasts forever. So persevere. Persevere. You know what? In fact, if you can, enjoy it a little. Make fun of yourself. Get happy around the fact that it won't last forever. And I believe, and this is what happened for me, I'm hoping it happens for you. Once you start to reinterpret those disappointments as, number one, it's okay that everything doesn't happen all right for me all the time. And number two, it won't last forever. You'll feel better. That's what it did for me, and I'm hoping that's what it'll do for you. But we're talking about the 5 tragedies that made my life better. Gross disappointment was definitely one of them. And it definitely made my life better. It taught me a lot of things, and it taught me, in some cases too, just not to take myself too seriously. Because sometimes when you take things or you take yourself too seriously, you're a little too tightly wound. Loosen up a little bit. Enjoy it, whatever the season is. And it'll make your life better. I guarantee it. So the last tragedy that I'll talk about today of the 5 tragedies that made my life better is loss. So if you are going through a loss right now, if someone that you love or care about has unfortunately passed away, it is hard. Give yourself the time. Give yourself the opportunity. Give yourself the space to hurt, and give yourself also the permission to heal. But I encourage you, if you can do like I did, use that person's memory, use your memory of them and your commitment to them and your love for them, and every time you miss them, and every time you feel like, it's just not going great, it's not going to work, things are horrible, and everything is doom and gloom, honor their memory. Honor the memory of them. Create that. Create things in their honor, and use that as energy to help you continue to press forward. It is the only way, or one of the only ways, in my opinion, that loss can be good for you. It can help you rise out of some down cycle that you're in by refusing to dishonor the memory of those you love. Losing someone you love is, it's hard. It's plain hard. There's no excuses for it. There's no way to really make that better, and in some cases it still hurts, and that hurt sometimes does not go away. That's the truth about it. So it is the 5th tragedy that made my life better. Now, we're talking about loss, so why would I say that it made my life better? Why would that be or have a good side to it? You're right. It's tough. It's tough to find any good in it, particularly when you're going through it. And I know because I've been through it. One of the people in my life that I cared so deeply about, I had a very strong relationship with, was my great-grandma. And her name was Ruby. And she was just awesome. I can't say enough good things about her and the impact that she had on my life. And when she passed away, it was devastating to me. Still is. I still get teary-eyed talking about it. But I am going to say what it did for me, or what it has done for me, believe it or not, is it has strengthened my resolve It has strengthened my sense of purpose. It has strengthened my desire to do better, because I want to, every single day, honor the sacrifices that she made, the memory of her that I carry with me. I want to honor that. I stand on the shoulders of giants. I had people in my life who spoke into me, who developed in me or helped me develop a sense of worth. And she was one of them. And so every time, I've never shared this with anyone, every time I'm at my lowest and I feel like, man, I can't do it, I look up and I remember her. And I remember my commitment to honoring her memory and to honoring her sacrifice and to honoring all those hours and minutes and days and times and years that she poured into me. So that loss, that tragedy continues to be almost like a lifesaver when nothing else will work for me, when nothing else gets me out of a funk that I might be in for whatever reason. I remember her, and I remember all the things she taught me, and I still see her face, and I can still, feel like she's with me. But I refuse to dishonor her memory. I refuse to dishonor the energy, the impact, the time, the resources, and everything she spent pouring into me. And I hope this video has been a blessing to you. I hope it has helped you through something that you're going through. And I encourage you, I really, really encourage you to not look at tragedy as always a bad thing. If you can garner from tragedy a benefit, then you are well on your way, I believe, to massive success. And success doesn't always mean money. It doesn't mean fame. It means getting up every day and being positive, being energetic, being a good person, being a light in the world. You can do it. I know you can. I believe in you. The same way my grandmother believed in me, the same way my parents believed in me, the same way my friends believed in me, and the same way I have now learned to believe in myself. This has been Casey with another episode of Fresh Air, alternate interpretations of reality. I hope you found this recording useful, and I encourage you, if you do, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel, where I will upload new content every week. Thank you.